Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is your certified life and relationship coach, Coach Court, and in today's video, I want to talk to you about the fearful avoidant and going no contact. Thank you for sticking around. If this is your first time viewing me, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel by clicking that subscribe button and ringing that little bell so you're notified for the newest content. Before I get into the content, if you want my help personally, reach out to me on my website at www.fruitfulseeds.com and leave me an email no longer than 2 to 3 paragraphs long, no longer than 500 words, as it makes it really difficult to respond to long emails. In today's video, I want to talk to you about the fearful avoidant and going no contact with them. So I have an email here from one of my previous coaching clients, and I thought I would share. I picked it out because it's a really good email as far as this topic. And I will get around to some of the tips, some of the things that they're feeling doing no contact, and when is the best time to reach out to them later on in the video. But right now I'm going to read this email from one of my coaching clients. He said, "Hey coach, I know it's been a while and I just wanted to reach out and say thank you for our calls. I am a lot less anxious and have decided to move on from my ex. I dove deep into the resources that you provided, which helped a lot. Please share this story with the community. I didn't get my ex back, but I feel it was a success because I have my life back again. Cheers." Okay, so a little background on that story. He was dating somebody that we kind of, I don't diagnose, but he diagnosed her and kind of saw her to be more fearful avoidant from some of the things that she was doing. And we came up with a plan on, re-engagement and how he would kind of try to reconnect with her. It looks like he decided to move on, and usually that's what happens. Is either the person either gets there when I don't hear from them again, and we have our because he did like 3 or 4 sessions. When I don't hear from them again, they either chose to move on or they're like living happily ever after. So I like when I get success stories like this and people reach out and let me know just where they're at in their journey, because it helps me kind of give you a little bit of insight on my coaching and also insight on some of the value that you'll take away from having sessions. So he didn't get his girlfriend back, but he also got his life back, because that's what happens when you're in your activated state. You really lose yourself and you forget who you are. And today I decided to just a little update on this deal. I'm at one of my good friends' house. He told me that I could use his backyard, and I love coming out here and just kind of like meditating and praying. It's a beautiful scenery, and I wanted to share that scenery with you guys today on top of that success story. So on to the content for today. So during no contact, or I like to call it self-discovery, they will feel a bunch of different emotions, because the fearful avoidant, they have the activating and the deactivating. And so during no contact, you can kind of flip a coin whether or not they're going to reach out to you or not. Because from the fearful avoidants that I've worked with, they want to reach out and they have really intense, deep emotions. A lot of times I hear them say, they probably have no clue what I'm going through inside right now, but they're too fearful to reach out. When you tiptoe around the pool long enough, eventually you'll just get a sunburn. Kind of takes the plunge and get a little bit of clarity on where you're at and where you stand in their life, especially if you know that they're a fearful avoidant. But they'll need consistency from you, though. You have to continue to keep doing the same things and keep showing up the same exact way, or else they'll get spooked off and they'll get a little fearful of trying to build something further with you, especially if you're feeling like you're just as emotionally in turmoil as they are. What I've seen in the past is the fearful avoidant most likely will reach out to you first and before the month mark. If they don't, though, reach out to them around 3 to 4 weeks and just kind of see where they're at, see how they're doing, just care for them, really show up in a safe and nurturing way, and just inquiring about their life and wondering how they are. We're supposed to go into relationships to bring something to that person's life, to give to them, to know when it's time to let go. If you feel as if a person isn't in love with you anymore or doesn't want you anymore, you should love them enough to be able to let them go and to allow for them to go out and find them somebody who aligns better with them with their energy, with their ways of thinking, with their belief systems, with their level of intimacy to match them. You can find that too. You can find that match. You can find somebody that mirrors your same energy. What I've seen from people in the past is when that person does reach out, they will tell them that, hey, you have no clue that I was actually thinking about you the whole time, and I was actually wanting to reach out to you, but I didn't know whether or not you still wanted me, or if you were upset with me, if you were holding some type of grudge with me. I noticed that you stopped liking my posts. You stopped showing up the same safe and comfortable way that you were in the beginning. Not in those words. I'm putting those in my words, but that's kind of along the gist of what the fearful avoidant has said once they have reconnected with a partner in the past. Many times they won't reach out because they feel as if they're making a fool out of themselves. If they said something in the past that was really hurtful and damaging, they feel to you, then they won't reach out because they feel like, the damage has been done. So they really get triggered into their fearfulness and they start to deactivate themselves from the relationship in general. They may go out and participate in escapism by maybe going out and drinking and burying themselves in Xbox or PS4. I had another client reach out to me from, pretty sure she's on the East Coast. She went on a sabbatical. She went away for like 2 weeks after her DA kind of deactivated from her. So instead of her constantly, because what she was doing was she started to chase after him, and she started to really outpour all of these loving feelings and emotions, writing really long text messages to him because she just wanted to just connect with him so desperately. But then when she realized that this was all fruitless, she started to pull herself away and started to heal herself and kind of get back into what she liked to do and get back to her hobbies and some of her passions. And what she did was she was able to detach herself by temporarily deactivating and coming back and revisiting some of the text messages and messages that she sent out to him, and realized that, hey, this person that was sending these messages was a totally different person. I made a lot of mistakes when I was in my activated state. In closing, I just want to say going no contact works with pretty much every attachment style, but it's different for the fearful avoidant. You have to give it that time of 3 to 4 weeks in order for them to start to feel those emotions for you again and actually get back into their activated state. So if you found this video of any value, please like, comment, and share. Reach out to me on my other social media accounts. Twitter is Coach Court 2, Instagram is I am Coach Court, and Facebook is I am Coach Court. Thank you guys, and I will talk to you soon.